Let me read one comment. Okin Moore, you're saying you have submitted your application since November. Till now, you have not heard from the embassy. Well, unfortunately, if you're applying for your resident permit, there is nothing you can do apart from waiting for your permit. Yeah, there's nothing you can do. Sometimes it takes very short. There are people who submitted and within a week they got their resident permit. Sometimes it can take 3 months. And I hear for the past few months, maybe 6 months, responses have been, the decisions have been taking so long. So one could be maybe they are trying to train new workers. I'm just assuming. Yeah, but I hear a lot of people have been complaining that it takes too long to respond. Unfortunately, there is nothing you can do about it. Yeah, just make sure that you still qualify, because at the end of the day, before they make a decision, maybe weeks or so, they will ask you again for your income statements or something like that to make sure that you still qualify. Yes, but if you say, okay, it takes too long, let me now use the money or something like that, when they ask you again and you fail, that decision is gonna, turn out negative. Yeah, and okay, so now it looks like the discussion is shifting from today's topic, and I don't want to push it. Yeah, maybe let us conclude this topic Mr. Bapa brought in before we jump to today's topic. Dr. Maflings, you have any additional point to add on this topic?
Of course, what our brother say is something that is very deep, and something that, to be honest, we as foreigners, I don't know. Is it like we don't know?
Are you strangling someone there? No feelings. No, but no worries. I think most of us have kids, so we understand. We are waiting for you, Dr. Mafling. So take your time with the kids. No worries. Madam Tess, I believe you have something to say to Mr. Bapa and also the previous presenters.
Hi, thank you for this. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you, madam?
I'm great. I can't complain. Hi, Director Macklin, and what's his name? Black who?
Black Prince.
Black Prince. Hi. I unfortunately just came in, so I'm not certain what exactly they were talking about. But the only thing I heard was we Africans. I'm assuming they're talking about the community, the black community.
Well, I can help you so that you know how to position yourself. Well, the original topic for today is talking about the taxes. Yeah, we know most of foreigners have no idea how to handle taxes. Mostly because many are students, they're not getting any income, and the sooner you get your income, taxes are going to come in and you may be in trouble if you get high income. So that's the original topic we are having today. But Mr. Bapa came in first and he raised a different issue. And his issue was that there is so much negative things that are being done against Africans. Yeah, by the Finnish government, by other people. And he was questioning, like, what are we doing about it? Because we always meet here and discuss about these things, but we are not talking, against the government. We're not talking against these people. And that's when I responded. I say, it's always a choice. You can either choose to criticize your enemy, or you can choose to strengthen your people. And this is where my brother came in, and he was emphasizing on what I said. And one of the point he raised so much, he says, as Africans, we don't respect ourselves. If we were taking each other as brothers and sisters and come together, it could have been way easier to overcome any negative events that are being done against us. And I also underlined that. So that's where you jumped in. Maybe you can carry on if you have the idea.
Yeah, so what I'll just say real quick is the first enemy of a black person is another black person.
There's no enemy within. I don't know. What was that saying again? If there's no enemy within, there's no enemy without.
There's no enemy without. I'll tell you, it does not matter what people do to us and how they do it. It does not matter. If we continue to fight one another, the strength of others to fight us comes from there. You know the black crab syndrome, where you have crabs in the bucket and each crab that tries to come up, one crab is pulling it down. This is so common in the African community. because we don't want to celebrate other wins. Everybody wants to be on top. But whether you like it or not, there will always be someone doing better than you. Is it Kisamo? Can you kindly mute? I'm having an echo, I think, because
I can't hear any echo. I don't know, but maybe you can mute Kisamo and let's observe.
yes. So now I want you to look at Indians as an example. When these people go to a place, they'll support one another. They're always there for one another. And I lived in Dubai for 8 years, and I can tell you 50% of the population in UAE are Indians. How did it get to that? Just ask yourself. So, and also what I noticed as we lived in Dubai, every time my husband met a Finnish person, they would bond. I want you to look at a Tanzanian when you're in Finland. I want a Nigerian to look at another Nigerian when they find one. It's like we're always competing for something. Even when you try to help a person, they turn out to be, so if like what Black Prince was saying, I do concur, because we need to celebrate each other's wins. We have to normalize ambition and upward mobility. It is okay for someone to be better than you. It is okay. It doesn't, when you shine, rather when the other person shines, it doesn't take away your shine. You also shine because there are so many stars. You can't find stars fighting other stars just because they're shining. So let's embrace that and learn to deal with the trauma that we've had from our countries. Not to just keep carrying it on and on and on. We work on ourselves to kill that trauma. Because at the end of the day, we're taking it to our kids, we're taking it to our grandkids, and it's going on. So that's what I would say for now.
Madam, I want to emphasize really quickly what you meant. If you have it, you have it. Isn't that so?
That's it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, brother. Director Mafrings, you have come back. If you have anything to add, please.
Yes,
Well,
I just want to say about the situation, but our brother was say the black, I think, was it Baba or someone?
Yes.
He will say about our community, the way our community, we don't have that, I can say, capability of back up each other. It's very true. So I just want to put some weight on it, and I would like to have this kind of topic maybe next week. But today, let's have this tax return or tax topic, which is very, very important, especially at this moment where the tax return is on the radar. Right? Is it rider or rider? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're gonna jump there, but let me just conclude maybe one thing. It might be helpful to our listeners here. This is what I've come to learn very recently. I would say for the past 4 or 5 years. First of all, Africans, I would say, are the beings who are most emotional than all beings in the world. This is what I've come to learn. And not just to learn, I've actually been believing this from a long time ago, but many people were disagreeing with me until when I saw some content on social media, which proved my belief. But number two, Africans, because they are so emotional, Africans are the most honest people. You would know it when an African doesn't like you. You would know it, even if he says the other thing. You would know by the look. You would know by the acts. You know it if your fellow African is hating you. So why am I saying this? I'm saying this because sometimes maybe we don't have to blame each other for not being able to support one another, because that is what we feel inside. Why should I support you? And maybe other people from other places also, they feel the same way, but they are more logical than emotional. They are more logical than emotional. And I believe the environment has made it so for them to be logical, because they are coming from worse background, as much as I've been able to learn. So, living in a very harsh environment will always break you down completely or make you use, they say make you, I don't know, your upstairs go well, something like that. So other human beings are very logical. They know how to calculate. They know how to behave when talking to you. Someone could be hating you for real, but when you meet and talk, you will say, this is the best person in my life. She likes me, bro. But you would rarely see that from an Africa. So when it comes to supporting each other, the thing is that, first of all, we don't have the culture of us being told to support one another back in our home countries. This thing of supporting each other are the topics we discuss after we go outside and see the whole world is against us. That's when we start to tell each other, like, guys, can we come together? But it's not a common topic that we always tell each other when we are at home. So that's number one. So because of that, we always see no reason why should I protect you. You are not my friend. You're not even, maybe I could try if you were my father, my sister, or someone we share blood. I could have tried. But if you are someone unrelated, and I do remember even myself hearing a lot of elders when I was very, very young. They would tell you, why would you bother yourself for someone is not your brother? Why would you bother yourself? Because as a kid, as a child, you always want to help people. You will see why he's hungry. Can we take him home? They will say, well, do you know him? Do you know him? Do you know his uncles? Do you know his aunties? Leave him. If you want to help somebody, go find your sister or someone help. So we always have this mentality. And because we are honest, we grow with it and we display it. If I meet with you, you are a stranger, I would not bother. But it's different from other generations. So I would say that's it. So maybe at some point we have to start talking about these things. Teach each other. Like, guys, I know maybe sometimes you don't feel like supporting me, but at least you have to know that you supporting me, not only it helps me, it helps us. Why it helps us? Because if I'm capable of doing something big, which is true, we are capable of doing very big things. If I'm capable of making it seen, be touched, it can help to change the narrative, the stereotype of other people. Because, like I told you in the beginning, very few people are actually bad people. Even when we talk about racism, very few people are actually racist. And when I say resist, I mean somebody who will treat you with hate. They know you are capable of doing something, and yet they deny you the opportunity. Very few people are like that. But majority of people have been told that these people can't do anything. These people are ignorant. These people are dishonest. These people are thieves. And they would treat you based on what they have been told. I call it stereotyping. So all that is needed is for these people to be proven otherwise. Of course, at first they will question, like, but we were told these people can't do anything. How come these people, they have, been this successful in business? But that's how it starts. And so when we support each other, we will be helping in breaking the stereotype, that many people hold against us. So thank you. Let me conclude it at that point. Let's jump to today's topic. So